Sit in a get with you, baby, tonight. I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go. Person in your heart. I don't wanna stop, and I don't wanna stop. Part-time love, how we suffer now. Time. I don't wanna say that everything will be fine. I don't wanna feel your tears on my skin. I'm a coward, baby, don't let me in. Part-time lover, how we suffer now. I know I don't want to stay, but I don't want to go. Stranger traveling through this world of war. There is no sickness, toil nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going over home. And I know dark clouds will gather round me, and I know my way is rough and steep, but golden fields stretch out before me, where weary I'm going there to see my father. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going. To see my brother, he said he'd meet me when I come. hush, little darling, don't say a word. I'm gonna buy you a mockingbird. Say, darling, say. And if that mockingbird don't sing, I'm gonna buy you a diamond ring. Yes, and I know that diamond ring. Yes, I know that diamond ring is gonna shine. Darling, if you'll marry me, I'll buy you a house with a big oak tree. Say, darling, say, we'll live in the house with the big oak tree. 3 little babies on your knee. Yes, and I know that diamond ring. Yes, I know that diamond ring is gonna shine. So hush, little darling, don't say a word. I'm gonna buy you a mockingbird.
Good day, this is Thumbs United. We're back to working for content for quotations, which we've been doing for a while now. We've been doing on Project Park, but we are back to the New York project. I've been streaming this for like about a month and a half, but we took a break for a couple of weeks to work on Project Park. And that was mainly because the New York project is going to take so long that it was faster to do Project Park and then get all that animation done and out the door. So we did 11 episodes for Project Park, and some of those are in 3D VR with head tracking, and then 3D and VR, which is just like watching a movie in VR goggles, but it's in 3D. And to be honest, I feel like that is the best form of 3D, is in VR goggles. And then we, earlier today, we animated and finished the 2 episodes that are going to be in 4K. So that's kind of what we've been doing in the past 2 weeks, since I got back from New York. And now we are going to be, we're just sorting through everything. All this light blue, all this blue is the video. It's a video that's either in 4K or in 2K, so it has been gathered. And then all this purple is photography of like the same subject. So I actually went through in all the 4K projects. I re-imported the photography because I learned a way to make all the clips the same length, and so I did that before. I had to do it one by one, and it took forever. It was like 40 minutes of a 3-hour stream. It was just getting the clips to the right length, but I found a way to automate it. So all we have to do now is kind of mix and match the photography with the video. So and if the stream dies, which it very well might, it's because of Windows. Windows for the past, well, technically since Tuesday. Last Tuesday was Patch Tuesday for Microsoft. They've been pushing this huge update that they, this time, usually they don't ask permission, which I really hate, because I will have like projects and everything open and like they're saved, but it takes a while to reload them, and so it will force quit all the applications, do the update, and then not start back up or start the applications back up where they left off. So it's a real headache. And for this update, they've admitted that it's so huge that they want me to update it at a time I'm ready. So since last Tuesday, I've been saying no, I don't want to update. And then today it said you have 2 choices. You can either update this second or update in an hour. And so I was like, oh. So I selected to do it in an hour. And if it forces me to update while I'm midstream, go tweet to Microsoft that they suck. So I have a big problem with Microsoft. I'm like finally switching over to Windows, and there's always one little thing where Microsoft just tries to pwn you. But let's get into this. That's kind of my one gripe of the day. I didn't get to gardening at all. I went out with my mom and grandmother. We were originally going to get ice cream on today, but we ended up going out to a restaurant to eat, because we're trying to get my grandmother's weight up. So we're like, if we give her ice cream or a shake before she eats, she will refuse to eat, because she thinks, well, one, she has a huge sugar tooth. I mean, it's worse than a kid. She will eat anything if it's sweet, but if it's like food or something good for you, she will refuse to eat it. So if you give her a shake before dinner, she'll eat the shake and then refuse to eat dinner. But if you have her eat dinner, and you can't tell her that the shake is there, or that she can have it after dinner, or else she won't eat. But when she's done with dinner, then you bring out the shake out from hiding. And it's funny because halfway through dinner she'll complain about being too full and everything. But after she finishes her whole meal, which she can do, even though she says she can't, then you bring out the shake and she magically has more space in her stomach to drink it. So a lot of her refusing to eat is mental, which is why I think so much of it is kind of an eating disorder. That's not exactly the part that I think is the eating disorder. There are other things, but if there's like anything sweet, she will eat it. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do. This is going to be hard to match because most of the photos are at sunset and dusk, and these videos are at high noon, but we'll see. I'm not sure if it's going to be better to clump the videos. So, first things first. This goes well together. And then we can do so another photo with a few people. Yeah, this works. These are all lies. Here, there's so many more photographs than video. And again, we're only organizing. There's going to be no animation. There's going to be no color grading. The photographs are already color graded. But later we have to go and color grade the video. You can see it's kind of hazy, and that's because it's such a larger range of color that it's lower contrast. And so that gives me a lot of wiggle room to change the coloring or change the brightness or contrast. And there's a lot of detail in the darks, which is why it looks kind of milky-ish and hazy. And there's a lot of detail in the brights. So, and I do that on purpose. This is with the GoPro, and it shoots in this format called ProTune, which is like GoPro's version of RAW. And you can set it so that it records like this. It records exactly what the sensor sees. It applies no color change, no white balance. You have to do that all later. And so while it does look better once you've finished editing, you have to do work on the color and everything. It's not something you can just shoot and release, which GoPro offers other settings where it is, you know, the camera makes all the decisions and it records the best color and everything, and those do look really good. Like 90% of the time it chooses, you know, the best thing. But if you want to edit like with different style, or like let's say you want to do a black and white film, but you want to, you know, choose your coloring and everything, or you know, make it super vibrant or desaturated, shooting in ProTune is really the best. And in ProTune you get more bits. You get a higher bit rate. Instead of being like 40 megabits per second, the video is like 60 megabits per second. And that's just at 2K. So that's pretty high for an action camera. I'm trying to find I don't know if I want to do another image. I'll probably do this one. Yeah, because they're all sunset after this. Okay, we'll go here, even though we had a similar photo to it before. And this pillar, kind of gets us in the mood for this series of photographs. So we go to that pillar, pillar, and you see what the source of the pillar is, and then we'll go back inside to that. So now we're going to look for kind of interesting close-up architecture. These are two completely different places. One of these is Broadway, and the other is the New York Public Library. Walking from there. Okay. So now we're going to intermingle these sets. And I'm going to save. And we're looking for kind of more angles looking up at buildings. I'm trying to match the angles with this. And these are all looking up. My cold is, I don't know, it's at the stage where it's either getting worse or it's getting better. It definitely, yesterday it was like really light, and it was light today, the cold, but I think it's just going to start getting worse. Oh my goodness, this is so obnoxious. Windows is trying to update again. It's not even been an hour. It's only been a half hour since it told me it wanted to update, and now it's like, we're ready to start now. It's just like, I told you to wait an hour. Why are you trying to start a half hour later? It is obnoxious. And then they add these cutie things. Oh, We got all this Windows goodness coming from you. I don't want it. I don't want it. You're just gonna slow down my computer with routines it doesn't need. No thank you, sir. No thank you. I mean, I get it. Security is needed. You know, I'm a developer, I know. But it's really annoying that they don't let you do it on your own terms. And there is a way you can get it to not do it. You have to go into the registry and change a bunch of stuff. But I just don't want to do that because I hate working with the registry, and you do one thing wrong and your computer's useless. And I finally have everything working with the desktop. Okay. Let's see. I think I forgot I was doing. Windows was giving me a heart attack. There, this goes there. And then I kind of want to have these three together. But we're not going to do that. We are yeah, we're gonna keep them together. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this parking lot. We are going to take okay. So we're gonna flip the order. And then we're gonna have these three here. So parking lot, parking lot. Outdoor on the street. Which gets us ready for this street. So now we're looking for people. So going back to going to the restaurant, today was, well, technically yesterday was National Ice Cream Day, and so we got a coupon to Cold Stone to go get ice cream. So that's why we went out of the house. And then we're like, we have to feed my grandmother again. And so, like I said, she doesn't eat. If she gets dessert or anything sweet first, she won't eat the meal. And so we're like, oh, if we're going to feed her dinner, we have to do it now. So we went to eat at this restaurant we've been to before. And it was like, it was okay. But it was like, never a place we needed to go back to. Okay, I've been slowly getting photos of people, photos with people in them. not faces, just people at a distance. And those are going to be easier to cut in between. I'm going to save real fast. So we went there and we ordered this one plate. It was a vegetarian plate, and it came with grape leaves. What is the word? Grape leaves, falafel, hummus. These grape leaves that were like made out of cabbage. It's not called grape leaves, but so we got that. Okay, so now I'm gonna scoot this back over. We're gonna look for more footage that kind of looks similar. Actually, there's a lot of. Oh my goodness, I know where that would be excellent. Okay, before I forget, I remember a place to put this. I'm gonna have 2 video clips next to each other. Gasp. It is rare because there's so many more photographs that usually there's not 2 video clips that can be next to each other. So we have those 2, and then we actually did these 4. So that's really rare for working on this project. But like I said, we got the grape leaves, we got falafel, we got our extra falafel, and we were like, I was sharing with my mom. We didn't get 2 vegetarian plates. They were like $25. So we're like, no, we're only getting 1. And then we got my grandmother's soup, and we were kind of going to share everything. But the soup was just my grandmother's. And so the food comes out, ours first. And a little bit later. Oh, you know what happened? She got her drink first. That's what messed it up. She got a mango smoothie and with her meal. And then, of course, the bread came out first, and she ate like half a bread. And then the soup came, and she saw the waiter coming, and she tried to tell the waiter to go put the soup, to go. She refused to eat it, and so he was like, you can eat a little bit. Nope, didn't want to eat any of the soup. So my mom and I were just kind of eating and trying to convince her to eat her soup, and she was like, nope. So she just drank her drink, and yeah, so we ended up not getting ice cream, not because of her, but because by the time we finished eating, the ice cream place where we got the coupon for, they had closed. Okay. I don't know what to do. Quoting Cortana. Do, 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 do. I kind of know what I'm going to do now. So these two are good. Kind of looking for like down alleyways like this, or down the street shots. So things like this where it's across the street, I'm not looking for. Things like this and kind of this, but not that. So we'll select these three. If it stops freaking out. And we're going to intermingle these. I think this is a nothing clip. I'm not going to delete it, but we're going to wait to see where it fits in. Do. So you can see this is like a down the alleyway shot. That's like the opposite end. So we'll do this one. I'm trying to see if the angle, like that kind of point perspective, is similar to this one, which it kind of is. This is more exaggerated and more to the side, but that one's kind of not. That one's just straight back. So what we're going to do is we're going to have that one. And then that matches with this video clip. And then we have that one. Yes, this goes nicely. So that, and then it goes to this. And these are all lies. These aren't the same location. They're not even the same time of day. Okay. See, this, the perspective line goes, into the distance and to the right, and that matches with this. The perspective line goes to the right, and so that's what I'm matching. But there is a clip of here of a hot dog stand, And I want to see if I can find it. I don't remember exactly where it was. But I'll know it when I see it. Maybe I used it already. Oh yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do, which I guess we shouldn't even do that. We should just move the clip so that, and see if this perspective goes to the right. This one's center, which doesn't really go with the perspective to the right. But it does go. So it's really just hot dog stand, hot dog stand. This is taken in January. This was taken in October. So now I'm going to look, see if I have any more perspectives to kind of the right. Which I don't think we have. And kind of to the alleyway, like looking down the street. Like this is to the right, but it's so almost perpendicular to the building. And you could say this is, but it's clear this is Broadway. And that's to the right. So we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to take these photographs and we're essentially going to group the photographs, and then the remaining videos, which there are not that many of, we might just do a clump of video somewhere in between the photographs, or we might be able to intermingle some of the videos like we've been doing so far. But I'm kind of thinking that there's going to be like a section of just videos. So now I'm just going to find photos that are similar. So these are all underexposed, and they're that way on purpose. So I'm just going to go through and get dark photos. This one's kind of a dark one. It's in between. Chipotle. So this set is straight up dark photos, underexposed. I'm going to move this one out and the Chipotle out. So we're going to do this one. And this one, I'm just having them go from brightest to darkest. So there, it's getting darker. And then we will have Chipotle and this hot dog stand. So these are all sunset photos going into night photography. So you just have to group these next. So we're just going to go from bright to dark. See how it's getting darker. Okay, so that's the order. So that's kind of how the it's going to end. So now we're going to go through and see if we can wiggle some videos into this series of photographs. So now I'm going to kind of do the same thing with the video. I'm going to start grouping them. So go from street, more street, kind of getting inside the buildings. This one's going to go there, so we're turning into the side street. This is side street. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so we're going to, this building is a theater. It looked like somebody I knew. I was like, is that one of my friends? But it wasn't. So we're gonna, this is the group of videos that I think go well together. And there will be no intermingling. So I'm looking for a clear shot of the exterior. So I think this is the clearest one. Exterior. So we see the exterior, we see this, and we go closer. And we're kind of looking at the, is that the one I thought? No, it's not. After all that, I have it in the wrong order. So we go exterior, where we're looking at the sign. Then that's the sign. Then we look down, and there's that. Kind of the entranceway. And I think I have the entrance straight on. Then we'll go to this one. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give the audience a breather, and we're gonna go kind of looking up, looking down, looking to the side, looking straight on. It's funny, I've been getting randomly I've been getting kind of the ASMR tingles. Like usually it's from watching a video or something happens in real life. I noticed a lot of it has to do with hand movements. I didn't know about ASMR for a long time. I didn't really discover it till 2014, that there was actually like a YouTube community around it. But I just knew that every time I went on a flight and the flight attendants did the safety procedure, every time I flew, I would kind of get that chills up and down my spine. And I kind of learned over time that it's really like hand gestures and stuff that triggers it the most. And like the ASMR is just, it's kind of like when you get chills or and it's not like chills that feel bad, it's just kind of tingly, and it feels like it's going like up your spine or on your scalp. It's really quite relaxing, and I mean, some people call it like a brain orgasm, and I wouldn't quite say it's that, but it's kind of a similar thing. It's just kind of like nerves firing off, but in a nice, gentle way. It's not like painful or anything. And so every time I would go on the flight, and this was when I was young, when I was old, I would get kind of a tingly sensation. And so I've always been like kind of able to trigger it myself, just thinking on certain memories of stuff. And in real life encounters. But lately it's just kind of been happening on its own without me like thinking of memories where it was triggered or anything. So the reason why I'm saying that is because for whatever reason I'm getting kind of the tingles up and down on the back of my neck. So I don't know what that's about. But I guess this video editing is so relaxing to me. Okay, so the problem is this truck. See, we have this truck here, and we have this truck here. No. Okay, so I'm gonna gather the trucks so I know. Okay, so here's the problem. We focused on that one, the truck for there. Then it's here, and now it's closed. So I don't know if I really want the truck. And we have that. Could we go there? I'm just worried it's too much truck. Let's try it. If not, I blame you guys. You could have told me at any point not to do this. So outside truck. Up, down, truck again. That. I'm gonna do that. I don't want to delete video clips because there's so few of them. So we'll go here, there. You know, and this section might just be like the story of the truck. I don't know. I think we stumbled onto something. We have a short film. So we get to the building. There's the truck. Look up. Look, the truck is getting loaded. Focus on the truck getting loaded. What's it getting loaded on? outside. Outside. The truck is leaving. The truck is gone. I don't know. So you can see why this is kind of its own section. It's one specific area and of one building. The truck will stay, I guess. And the story of the truck. So this is dusk. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to put this whole section. So I want to group it with photographs where it's clear. And see these lights? These lights go well with what? Where did it go? I had some good ones of lights. We might have to reorganize this. Okay, we're gonna put this at the end because those were the lights I was talking about, and like they're kind of close to being the same clip. So I just want to make sure this still looks good. To be honest, I think that's better. So see, we go from dusk, we go from here, this dusk, to that dusk. So this whole section goes in there. And now it's just the stragglers. And then this is going to be the last. We're only working on one episode today. So I'm going to format it correctly once we finish. And that'll be the end of the stream. I'll be doing a creative stream in the morning. Actually in the morning, my Linux box, which has been causing me problems building, it is stable. It's still running. I'm going to start the stress tests tomorrow of it, but it's just going to be doing that while I'm working on other things. So it won't require my attention. But so far it's working good. Working well. So that's a plus. But so I will be streaming earlier. I will be streaming sometime between 10 and 1 p.m. Probably closer to 12 in the afternoon. Okay, so here's the problem. These are like 3 or 4 o'clock in the winter, which is kind of like right before dusk. So I want to find photos like that. So these are all probably going to be closer to over here. So I'm looking for someplace, again, going with the perspective. Which I guess is this one. We will, yeah, that you see the perspective is going the same way. It's going to the right. This one, the perspective is going the other way, which is good because I have some for that as well. This one for sure. So these are, it's actually easier to do this now that I'm not working about that theater or the story of the truck. So we just have 3 more clips. And they can go back here. It's hard because these dusk photos are so we'll do kind of we'll do those 2 there because the street gets us ready to look at the street. These lines, they look like that line, and you can see I'm on the left of the street, and here I'm really on the left of the street looking straight, and this is also on the left. But I don't want to end on a video because we have that theater group right here. I want some photos in between. So we have that one and this one. And we only have this video to sort. Okay, so I think it is clear that this is the order. So it goes from that one to this, to that, and then the story of the truck, or just the exterior of the theater. And then we have one more. I don't remember what it is. Oh my goodness. This can go into the story of the theater. This might make it even better. Exterior, exterior. Okay. This is getting really obnoxious. Just got another Windows update. Notification of update. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. And this is the 3rd time I've gotten this. And it says I'm gonna... It's really annoying. And it's like, it's just annoying enough that you forget about it. And then it annoys you again. But after this stream, I'm definitely gonna shut it down and update. Just to get it over with. And I want to know if the update doesn't work. I can roll it back. Okay, so we have this limo, and it's kind of dusk, so I'm thinking here or here. But that's a little much because it's like jump cut. The truck turns into a limousine. Surprise! Whereas here, and again, it's the problem of there's just too much truck. So we're going to move the truck even further. And look, our celebrities arrived. Okay, so let's look at this one more time. We got that shot, this shot. Look up, look to the side, look at the truck, right there. Look, more people. The problem is the truck is open sometimes. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the jump cut. You know what? I don't have to. I just put this over there. So we go limousine. No, we go truck, exterior, that, dusk, and then we'll finish on the limousine. I was originally going to go this, limousine, dusk, which is what I'll do. That's better. And like, I know it seems like I'm nitpicking, but I want to get this locked down. So I'm going to take a short break. It's going to be like 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So now we're just going to format it really quick. And again, this is probably the easiest part. Now that I learned some new shortcuts. So this is all we have to do. And that was it. So, I'm just moving it down a layer. There we go. So now we have the actual time. And it's right around 20 minutes. So now we're gonna, tomorrow, in the morning creative stream, I will be going and we'll start the next one, which I can tell you what it is. It's indoor New York architecture, mainly focusing on New York Public Library, but there's some other stuff too. So I want to thank everyone for coming out. I will be recording in the morning, sometime between 10 in the morning and noon. 1 p.m. And then I will be streaming again, another creative stream sometime between 9 and 11 p.m. And these are all Eastern time zones. So thanks for coming in. Tuesdays I record video game Let's Plays live, and then Thursday I rebroadcast them, and then Wednesday and Friday are like the concrete creative days. I just stream creative on the weekends and Monday when I have extra time and when there's a lot I have to do for LCD productions and everything. So thank you for coming in. I'll see everyone tomorrow morning and in the evening. Bye bye.